All right, and welcome back. And
Welcome back.
This is your awesome host, Vizio Couchman. And again, I'm still alongside.
You almost forgot your last name.
I was just trying to figure out the best way to introduce myself.
Oh, okay.
So Vizio McCouchman here again, alongside
Scarface McPickle.
Scarface with a hyphen in the middle. Not to be
not
confused
all
with
one
the
word.
Brian De Palma or Al Pacino Scarface or the 1932 Scarface. Is that when the original came out?
I don't know.
You didn't know it was a remake?
I knew it was a remake. I didn't know what year it came out. Come on. Do your research. Seriously. How? Okay, do my research. At what point tonight would I have expected to have to know when the original Scarface came out? The answer, never.
Dynamite drop-in, Scar-face.
Jesus.
All right, so we just got done watching Jeepers Creepers 1. We say just got done watching. It was about 15 minutes ago, but we had a brief pause, which in real time was about 15 minutes. In podcast time was about a second or two till we got to here. So we're going to go into Jeepers Creepers 2 now. This came out in 2003, so we're 2 years after the first one. Also came out on Labor Day weekend like the first one. Much like the first one, was number one at the box office that weekend.
Wow.
And much like the first one, made back its budget in the first weekend.
Huh.
So, always good to know. Trisha and Derry are not in the film in this one.
I would assume Derry's dead, seeing as though he had two giant holes in his eyes last time we were down.
Derry is dead. I think Derry pops up in a cameo in this one. But Jonathan Breck is back as the Creeper. And the main character in this film is movie veteran Ray Wise, who may not sound like a name you know, but maybe you've seen some of his stuff he's been in. He was in the big 1980s television show Twin Peaks.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
He was also in the, I believe it was 2008 or 2009 TV show Reaper that was on the CW.
Yeah. Oh, that was a great show.
Yeah, it was a really good show, and he was the devil in that show.
Okay.
But the big movie you would probably know him from was he was in the movie RoboCop in the late 80s. He was one of the main henchmen for the villain in there.
Really?
I forget what his name was in the film, but I know he was in it. Also, recently he began popping up on the CBS sitcom How I Met Your Mother as Robin Schabotsky's dad. So, Ray Wise is in this film. He's the guy, and
hold on, before you go on, I just want to point out, you probably did not have to do any research for that. You probably knew all those facts before, right? I'm assuming that you knew all that stuff beforehand.
I knew stuff he was in, yes. I had to double check the box office number stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But just to show that, I think the first one, believe the first one cost about $8 million to make, and it made $13 million in its opening weekend.
Wow.
Or it was 10 and 13 maybe. The second one cost.
I can't believe that movie cost $10 million to make.
It was probably the CGI.
This one, was $3 million of it right there.
This one,
him flying away.
This one,
with the
I
moon
believe,
as a
cost
backdrop.
about $15 million to make and made like 17 or 18 its opening weekend. I think that says a little bit about the franchise. I believe the first one made $59 million total box office, and I think the second one made about $67. So it shows some growth as a franchise. One of the things we learned about the Creeper in the first one, again, just to reiterate, is that every 23rd spring, I believe it is, it comes back and it eats for a few days. And
but
then
it
goes
eats.
away.
It eats to replenish itself. So if it
Correct.
needs eyes, it eats eyes. Needs a heart, eats a heart.
Correct. And Ray Wise is the farm character, the farmer in this one, who runs afoul of the Creeper. So
Runs afoul.
let's see. We are at about the 48-minute mark.
Yeah,
48-second mark.
Yeah, 48-second mark. So it's just about to come up on. I believe it says 23 years ago or something. The words are just about to pop up on the screen.
All right. So again, if you have Jeepers Creepers 2 in your DVD player, and you get to about the 48-second mark, we'll give you a second to get there. Let you get situated. Or you can pause.
Or you could just pause the podcast. Yeah.
So let's hit play right there.
Here we go.
Here we go. And it says
Every
every 23rd
spring.
And we're at about the 55-second mark now. And
For
for
23
23 days, 1 minute,
I don't think they said anything about 23 days before.
it gets to eat 105.
That would suck, man. Only getting to eat every 20. Whoa.
And we're now at 110, and we got a bright field. So you should be at the bright field. I don't. It
This
might
feels
be,
like a hypnosis thing.
It
You
might
should
be
be at the
RTV,
bright field.
but it looks awful bright.
Wow.
It looks like we're looking at a piece of candy corn.
Yeah.
It's
Or
a
a
cornfield. We're
painting.
looking at candy corn. Is that how they make candy corn?
Just turn the brightness up? Yeah, I don't think so. It's a good idea, though.
Ooh, we're on day 22. Again, we didn't mention this at the beginning. This is again written and directed by Victor Salva.
The child toucher.
We established that already.
No, just reiterate. I mean, while we're reiterating stuff.
We have a kid hanging scarecrows out in the woods, out in the,
In the woods, in the
in
field.
And there's Ray
Oh,
Wise.
yeah, there
And
he is.
again, we mentioned it at the beginning. If you haven't seen Reaper, Reaper is worth checking out. It's a
Oh, absolutely.
wonderful little TV show with Brett Harrison from Grounded for Life and Ray Wise, who played the devil. I believe Brett Harrison was a demon hunter, sending people back to hell. Correct?
Yeah, but because his parents formed a pact with the devil, selling his soul to the devil.
Correct.
And I guess I think that was how he got out of the pact or something, is by
Yes.
going around and sending people back to hell,
Yes.
sending wayward demons and wayward souls back to hell. That damn machine.
Ray Wise actually looks pretty young here.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
probably in his mid-60s now. So if this is about 2003, you're looking at a guy probably filmed this in his mid-50s. Got his young kid. He's hanging scarecrows, and he asked him to go check on something, so he's walking through the cornfields.
The candy corn fields.
There's an older son checking out the truck.
Oh, bad words.
Language, my
Language.
ears.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
Somebody check the language. There's another dog.
The
Why is the
family dog senses something.
Dog knows something's up. He's like, what the hell, man?
WTF.
Dog looked like he was wearing sneakers. Dog looked like he's not really there. The dog looked like
It's so bright, it looks like CG.
dog looked like he's in front of a green screen.
Woo woo. Woo woo. Ooh.
And the scarecrow there kind of moved his head to look at the young boy.
He likes young boys. Well, we can see where the director comes in.
Ba-dum-bum. And another piece of the puzzle comes into play.
That's terrible.
Horrible mind, Scarface McPickle. We're still looking at the info screen on our TV. I see there's now an hour and 39 minutes
39
and 15
minutes,
seconds
yeah.
to go in the film. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. I'm going to continue counting down until my Scarface McPickle gets that off my screen.
Oh, okay. You could have just told me you wanted it off the screen.
Well, that would have broke kayfabe.
You wanted it on there before, now you don't want it on there?
I wanted it on there so we could get people to sync up properly.
Oh, okay.
I don't need it once we're playing.
All right. Jesus.
I
Look at them
think
feet.
I think they did mention in the first movie, just to go back to something you said earlier. I think they did mention in the first one that he had 23 days to eat.
Oh,
We just
okay.
didn't pick up on it. But there, the boy sees he has talons, and the scarecrow
Whoa.
takes off. And again, I remember seeing this movie in theaters.
I like the music.
Yeah.
Obviously, the music is a much higher quality than in the first one.
I like the setting too. I mean, if you've ever been
Whoa, CG shadow action.
in a field, it is kind of a lonely feeling at times.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially when it's that high and you can't see anything around you.
Family dog knows what's up.
He's just not telling anymore.
And there the dad and the older brother seem to know something's up. And the dog
And that
clearly
damn
does.
dog.
Dog knows what's what. He's like, there's a shadow flying around out there.
What's that, Lassie? Our boy's getting eaten alive.
You hear the young boy yelling. Dad and the brother go flying after it with a shotgun.
Go flying after the boy with a shotgun.
Shoot the boy! We have to kill the boy.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
That's a pretty cool scene. You see the scarecrow kind of got the boy's head palmed. Creepers apparently
Running through a cornfield. Oh man, that's gotta suck. Seriously.
Creepers apparently Kobe Bryant or Shaquille O'Neal. Him Shaquille got the boy's head palmed like a basketball, and he takes off flying.
Why didn't he do that in the beginning?
There's a little CGI flying again.
Says the older brother.
And the creeper's gone. The dog cries. The dad is just stunned. Ray Wise doesn't know what to do.
Poor Ray Wise.
Ray Wise is feeling
They took my son.
kind of unwise.
Oh, what?
Man, damn.
Jesus, you should be paying me for this. To listen to this trash.
His lips quivering. I see a little quiver from Ray Wise. Like he's looking at RoboCop for the first time. And
Yeah,
we
this is one of the parts that I vaguely remember from when I saw this.
dissolve to a school bus.
And as soon as I heard the chanting and saw the bus, I immediately said, "Oh my God, I hope they all die." Oh, shirtless men.
Why is everybody
Chanting
shirtless on this
things.
bus? That guy in the back seat looks like he's been in stuff. I think he was.
Yeah,
just
he
in
has
the-
been in stuff.
I believe he was just in the TBS Comedy Glory Days that was on last year.
Glory days.
Yeah,
Oh, more
that-
shirtless dudes.
That, in spite of me, I kind of liked. Even though it was kind of like a ripoff of like every college comedy you've ever seen in your life.
We have. I can't really see what that says.
State basketball champs.
Oh,
This guy's waving instead of just passing the school bus.
yeah. He's very excited.
He's
that they're
going to
state basketball
die.
champs.
You're next.
Day 23 finally revealed.
So this is, we're assuming this is the day after the kid was taken.
What do you mean we're assuming it's the day? First it said day 22, then that happened. Now it says day 23. There's no assumption there.
It could be 23 days and 23 years and 23 days later.
Well, then it would say 23 years and 23 days, or 23
Maybe
years
it
and
doesn't.
1 day.
Why are
or
you
whatever.
expecting civility and
Because
coherence out of a horror movie?
Because they were nice enough to say that the first time it was 22 and now it's 23. I don't think they would half-ass it and like pretend that you assume this was 23 years later.
Tire blown out. That's trouble.
The bus driver doesn't seem to be too fired up about.
Hey, he had it under control.
Oh wait, that's not that guy, the coach.
Why is there a chick bus driver?
What are you saying? Women can't drive buses?
No, don't do that to me. But look, something blew that tire. Blew that tire to shit.
Wow, yeah, for reals.
It's a
Oh, a
Japanese
giant-
throwing stuff.
Yeah, it is.
I forget what the exact name for that is.
Shuriken.
A shuriken? Wow, you did do some research. I'm impressed.
No, I just knew that.
Oh, that's good. Grab a blade.
But it's a flesh and claw shuriken, not your typical metal shuriken.
made out of what?
Metal,
What's that one made out of?
flesh and claws. Oh, there's a tooth in it. Okay. For embellishment.
Why can't a driver change a flat on a bus? Is that real? I want to Google that
That's
right
the
now.
rule.
For the record, I remember saying I don't remember liking this one as much as I did the first one when I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, it's usually tougher to like a sequel than it is to like the beginning.
It should be easier to like a sequel
Well,
because you should have.
but
the
I think
story
it's one of
already.
those. But see, that's part of the problem. Is in the original they have to fill that time with story. You know, you have to explain what's going on really. But in the second one, you just kind of launch into it, so there's more space to fill.
See, like
There's more unnecessary crap that they throw in there in order to spill face.
See, I wonder how it works with
fill
certain
space.
things because, like, I remember like if you think of like superhero movies, like X-Men 2 is better than the first one. Spider-Man 2 is better than the first one. The second Batman, like the new Batman, not the
Yeah.
old Batman.
No way. I think I think the first one was better there. Of the Christopher Nolan Batmans, you mean?
Yes, the second one's better.
No, I think the first one is.
You're fool.
The second one's ridiculous. Well, no, okay, I'm sorry. The Batman in the second one is ridiculous.
Oh well, yeah.
Like his almost ready to sneeze voice.
Yes. But like, even in the first one, like, isn't Batman Returns a little bit better than the first Batman? The one with Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Dude, nothing is better than Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Okay. Isn't the first Batman with Jack Nicholson the one where he's like, "Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale?"
Yeah, in the
moonlight?"
pale moonlight. Yeah. Yeah, that's that one. And then the second one is Penguin and Catwoman,
Okay.
and then they all go downhill from there.
Yes.
I think the third one is with Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
No, that's the fourth one.
So what's the third one?
The
then?
third one is the one with. It's actually not bad. That's the one with Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey as the villain.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
That one's not
Two-Face and the Riddler.
That's
yeah.
the one with
So
Val
then the
Kilmer's-
third one is Poison Ivy.
That's the one with Val Kilmer as Batman.
Yeah, and then the fifth one is just terrible. That's the one where they decided to put nipples on the bat suit,
Yes.
and they put Batgirl in there.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger is
Yeah, Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze. And not to distract from Victor Salva's Jeepers Creepers 2.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But
Didn't mean to go on a tangent there, but
we're just talking about. But no, it fit because we were talking about sequels.
yeah. We weren't even talking about horror movie sequels though.
Well, I think we could say Freddy, whatever, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is a lot worse than the first one.
Yeah.
I won't debate that with anybody.
Yeah, no, that's not debate. Yeah, there's no debate there. You'll find no debate here, kind sir.
Something I should have mentioned about this Jeepers Creepers 2, when this came out on Labor Day weekend, this actually held the record for highest Labor Day weekend opening until Halloween 2 came out.
Huh.
I believe Halloween 2. Maybe it was the first Halloween. The Rob Zombie Halloween.
Yeah.
The ones that really sucked. And
So I think
I
with-
say that as a guy that really likes Rob Zombie as a director. But I think Rob Zombie as a director was really good for Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. I didn't like his Halloween movies.
I think that my theory with the Halloween movies is if that was not Michael Myers, if it was just a fresh new serial killer sort of, they would have been awesome. But the fact that it was a retelling of Michael Myers, I didn't really like it. I mean, I liked the movies. I loved them both. Well, okay, the second one went downhill quick.
Second
but
one sucked.
Yeah.
The first one wasn't that great. The second one blew.
See, I like the first one. But again, they
first
would
one
have
had
been so
parts
much
that were
better
good.
if it wasn't supposed to be Michael Myers.
The first one had parts that were good. The second one just blew. The second one had like her in the dreams with the white horse, his wife, Sherry Moon,
Yeah.
who I will admit is a foxy looking
Oh
woman.
God, yes.
This is weird.
Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable to watch this.
The bus driver is talking, and I think the bus driver's been in stuff. She seems like a bit player that's been in a lot of stuff. I think the coach there was actually also in the first Jeepers Creepers. I think the coach there in the second one is the guy who was the car thief in the first one.
He must have dropped a couple pounds, cause
And cut his hair.
Oh yeah, he cut his hair.
Did you ever see the Rob Zombie film, The Haunted World of
El
Super,
Super
Beasto?
Beasto?
Yes.
No, I haven't seen the movie, but I have the Spook Show International
Okay.
comics,
Okay.
and I've read those stories in there.
I've seen it. I kind of like it. That was just a badly written scene.
Oh my god!
And the bus driver is apparently, she was in the bus 2 minutes, like a minute ago, and now she's outside the bus in a continual take of a scene.
Yeah.
I don't get it. This here is weird. This is one of the scenes that when we talked about on the phone about doing this movie series, this is a scene that I talked about. Now, granted, I have taken a piss in the middle of the woods, in the middle of the field.
I mean, who hasn't?
I've never taken a piss in the middle of the field where I'm shoulder to shoulder with other guys.
Yeah.
And then where I turned...
And shirtless.
And where I turned my hose towards another guy. And was like, hey, I'm going to piss on you.
And they're just having casual... It's not like... I mean, when you're peeing next to another dude in a bathroom or what have you, even in a field, you typically don't have a conversation. And if you do, it's not like an eye-to-eye conversation. You don't take your eyes off your business, you know? And you certainly don't point your eyes towards his business. But here, there seems to be a lot of that going on. Oh, there's a whole other row of dudes peeing.
Yeah, clearly there was 4 guys on one side and 5 on the other side peeing basically shoulder to shoulder.
And this guy, I don't know what this guy's doing.
This guy's
excited about
it looks like
whatever.
he's jerking off.
It does,
really.
a lot. Oh, good. Thank God the creeper's about to come and end this.
Everything about this scene breaks bathroom urinal etiquette.
Yeah. You know what I'm noticing already, though? In the first one, you really weren't rooting for the creeper. In this one, I am definitely rooting for the creeper because I know the devastation that he wreaks, and I am awaiting it now because these characters suck.
And really, part of it is, as much as I like the first scene there, with the creeper as the scarecrow, you sort of ruin it because you introduce him right away into the movie, as opposed to kind of letting him on the outside of outside of the movie.
Yeah, but I mean, they assume that it being a sequel, they assume, like I said, where there's no time for talking about story. You already know what's going to happen. They already tell you that this is the 23rd day. It's the last day he's going to have for 23 more years to get his fill, as it were. So you already know all that stuff. There's no point in holding back on the character. You know he's going to be in the movie.
I don't know. To me, this movie falls prey to what a lot of movies in the decade of the thousands fell prey to. And that is, you have a killer opening scene, and then you have a lot of garbage until you get to whatever is actually happening in the movie.
Yeah.
And my perfect example for that always is Scarface. Have you ever seen the movie Darkness Falls?
Oh God.
And I'm
That
assuming
movie-
from you have, and I'm sure some of
yeah.
our listeners have. And Darkness Falls to me is a perfect example of movies of the 2000s where they have a great opening scene and then have nothing to do after it.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Darkness Falls, the movie is about, and maybe this is a movie that'll come up on a later podcast we do, but the movie is, the Tooth Fairy in this town is killing kids.
Or not the actual Tooth Fairy.
Right,
but
it's their
that's the
version
name
Tooth
of
Fairy.
the monster.
Right, it's their version of it. But if you look her in the eye, she kills you.
Yeah, you just die. I think you have a heart attack or some
Right.
goofy stuff.
And what happens is this little boy, he's sleeping and he gets scared by the Tooth Fairy, but he doesn't open his eyes and leaves his room. And then his mom goes to check out the room, and the mom dies because she sees the tooth fairy.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you have to be in the light.
Right.
Like, the tooth fairy can't go into the light.
Right,
So
she has
he
to stay in the
keeps his
dark.
eyes closed, walks into the bathroom, and turns the light on.
Right, and then after the thing kills his mom, he goes into the bathroom and hides, turns the lights on and hides.
Yeah.
And all you hear is this screeching noise. And the camera pulls slowly out of the bathroom and pulls up to the ceiling in the hallway, and you see the ghost hanging in the hallway.
Yeah, it's just
screaming
like
at the boy.
trying to get to the boy.
And then the scene cuts to the next scene, and then it just completely falls off the cliff.
Yep.
And another movie I would say is, have you ever seen the movie Ghost Ship?
I've seen pieces of it. Actually, you know what? I think what you're about to say, the way that movie was introduced to me was, hey, you have to see the first scene of this movie.
Right.
Not, hey, you have to see this movie, but you have to see the first scene of this movie. And the person that showed it to me, that's all they showed me. And then after that scene was over, like after the cable swings back and
Right.
whatever cuts everybody in half, that was it. They were like, all right, it pretty much sucks from there. And they turned it off. And I never really wanted to see more
Right.
than that.
Just to fill in the gaps from what Scarface said, if you've never seen Ghost Ship,
Oh, there's the cameo.
there's Derry out in the corn, pointing into the corn. If you've never seen Ghost Ship out there, the first scene is all the people on the boat are sort of dancing. It's like a party on the boat. It's a cruise ship, and they're dancing. And the captain of the boat dances with this really little girl who's about 3 feet tall. The captain's about 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this wire,
Like a mooring cable.
a mooring cable
Holding
gets
something
pulled
back.
and
The
pretty much
tattoo.
slices everybody in half on the boat. And there's a scene where the 3-year-old, like the 3-foot tall girl, looks up and sees the captain just kind of, the top half of him just falls
Slide
towards her.
right off.
And it's a really cool scene, but then the rest of the movie bites. And that's what a lot of the movies of the 2000s, a lot of the horror movies, that's what they fell prey to, was a very cool opening scene, and then just fell apart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think maybe that's because what's introduced in that opening scene may have been the premise for the entire movie, or what, could have started as the idea that brought that movie about.
Right.
And they kind of, for lack of a better term, phrase, whatever, blew their load in the first scene. And then from there, we're like, all right, how do we fill this out? How do we not make this movie 5 minutes long?
Right. But, I mean, that's a problem, because that's not a movie then. That's a premise.
Yeah. But I think...
that's a scene. How do we take that scene and make it into a big movie?
Yeah, well, obviously you do not do it how Darkness Falls did it, and you don't do it how Ghost Ship did it.
And clearly here, you don't do it how this movie does it. It has a great opening scene, the Scarecrow in the field, but then you can tell, but then it goes right from the Scarecrow to this high school basketball team coming home from States with cheerleaders, and you're not concerned with any of the characters.
Well,
Clearly,
yeah, like I said, in the
I don't
first
care
one...
about any of the characters at this point.
No, and as I said before, in the first one, you're worried because the first character they introduced, or the characters rather, that they introduce are the brother and sister.
Right.
So you get to know them, before any sort of monster is introduced. So those are the characters that you care for. You feel bad for them, even though they obviously make some pretty stupid decisions. But again, that it would be a short movie if they just said, "Well, this is dumb. Let's just drive home."
Correct.
But in this, you know what the monster is capable of.
Right.
And now it's like they're introducing these characters that you really don't care about, and they're not trying to make you care about them,
Right.
Like there are these the kids in the first one where they had problems and they fought with each other, and there was nothing idyllic really about them. But in this, they're basketball champions and they're all jocks, and they're running around shirtless, and they're hot and all that kind of stuff.
And they're taking pisses
and
where
they're
they're
peeing
shoulder to
together.
shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to like these characters. Plus, there are so many of them. I don't know. Have they even said any of their names yet at this point?
Not that I'm aware of.
But yeah,
but
so
again,
you're not
that's the
meant
thing.
to care about these characters.
And it's good that you say that, because like if as a horror movie fan, as somebody that sees a lot of these movies, and it's really going to see your movie regardless of how you make it. It's important to note, filmmakers out there, introduce your characters. Why should I care?
But how do you know, though? How do you know that the intention of the filmmaker in this one was not to make you want to see the Creeper? Was, maybe he wanted you to root for the Creeper in this.
But that doesn't make sense. Why would you want me to root for the villain?
Well, why were there so many, Friday the 13th movies, and why were there so many Halloween movies? Because you don't keep coming back because you want to see what Jamie Lee Curtis is up to this episode.
Creeper just took somebody out of the background.
Nice. You're coming back because you want to know what the killer is doing, what the monster is doing.
But in some way, I get that. But in another way, it's like, but how do you expect me to emotionally invest in your movie if I'm rooting for the killer?
That is your emotional investment.
No, it's not, though, because it's like, why am I don't want to root for the killer. I want people to survive. That should be the ultimate goal of a horror movie. I want people to survive your movie.
But not these people.
But only because they haven't established these people. I don't care about these people. They seem like dicks. Like the guy standing, the blonde guy in the front, in the foreground right now. The bus driver. I don't know her other than she's the bus driver. Who in that second
shot was not in the foreground. That was weird. He jumped away back in the crowd.
This bus driver. I don't know. Like, why do I care about the bus driver at this point? If I felt something for the bus driver, I would generally be concerned with her well-being at this moment.
Yeah.
But I don't feel anything for her. It's basically that first scene is great because it sets up the farmer and his two sons. But then it goes to this.
Yeah, they completely avoid those characters.
And because I've seen the movie, I know the farmer's going to come back up later in this film. But, like, this whole thing seems like a diversion. Why couldn't the farmer be involved in some way in these scenes? Maybe they were going past his farm.
And like they're sitting out front of his farm.
And maybe you set it up as the farmer's protecting them against a creeper.
Yeah.
That immediately right there. But see, that's my thing. Victor Salva probably wrote this movie for months. In 15 minutes of watching this film, we came up with a better way of creating sympathy for these characters.
Yeah. But again, I still think that there are horror filmmakers out there that, that have that idea of maybe I want people to care more about the monster, because I think it's easier to carry a franchise. If you said Jeepers Creepers 3 was coming up. It's easier to carry a franchise if you keep your monster alive, obviously, and you keep it coming back.
Ooh, there went the creeper taking the bus driver. I guess my point is, if you have a character like the creeper, where in the first one, because we just watched the first one, you only get a little bit of the mythology of it in the first one. Like, you kind of have its basis, but you don't know much about it. Like, why does it do what it does?
Yeah, or like, where did it come from? And
even
how old is it? Like, how many years has it been doing this?
Yeah, even simply, what is it? We don't know. Like, you mentioned the first one. Is it a demon? Is it this? Is it that?
Yeah.
Like, establish that in these films, and even that builds a little extra to these characters as to what we're learning. That just bothers me a little bit, and it's like, it's where I think a lot of horror movie franchises go wrong.
They stop sort of investing in their characters.
Yeah, like, granted, we've talked, and I'm not a huge fan of the Friday the 13th movies, and we'll get into that later because I'm sure if this becomes a thing, we'll talk about the Friday the 13th movies at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of those movies, but Friday the 13th does a lot of that as it goes on. Like, it establishes Jason in, like, the second one, really.
Yeah. I mean, they mention him in the first one, but he's not actually a character until the second.
But then after that, it kind of goes way off the rails as to what he is.
Yeah.
And, I don't want to root for Jason. I'm not watching these movies to root for Jason.
Yeah. Well, with those, it's like the franchise went on so long that you had different directors, and I if I'm not mistaken, different writers even,
probably,
writing every new installment of the series. So it was like, it was like a comic book where, you know, you hear people say, well, I like, you know, Frank Miller's Batman better than this person's Batman. I mean, it's the same character, but the way that it's presented is different, and it changes the way that you see the character. And or, you know, in that case, it changes the way you see the entire comic. So in this, you have a different writer and a different director every time. Whereas here, in these two, it's the same people producing the movies. You know, it's consistent over that time. So it's easier, I think, to lose focus on your characters if you have a new, you know, fresh eyes coming in every time to rewrite what they think this character should be like, or, you know, how they feel they should be presented in a horror movie.
And that's one of the things I think it bothers me about this movie is it's the same guy writing it and directing it. It's Victor Salva again. Like, this is his franchise. And he kind of writes, so this is like, even that scene we just saw where the creeper pulls the coach away from the bus, and the player gets back on the bus and he has blood all over his place, and all the players put the windows up and lock them. It's a scene that's played for laughs, and it's like the creeper should not be played for laughs. If that's your horror movie villain, you shouldn't put scenes in where you're kind of chuckling at it.
Yeah, but you need comic relief. They just offed like 4 characters in a matter of minutes.
But it feels out of place. Comic relief I get, but it feels out of place in the movie. Like, oh, hey, this guy just killed our coach. Let's lock the windows on the bus. Like, I don't know. It just feels.
Yeah, but I mean, it's practical though. You know what I mean?
But again, like, it goes back to this scene. Like, now it's at this scene where Ray Wise, the farmer from the beginning, is listening. Why couldn't that be the diversion from that story on the kids on the bus? Yeah. As opposed to putting in comic relief scenes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I get comic relief. You need because I think about I see on your wall you have like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre poster, and you think of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's no comic relief in that film.
No, it's relentless.
That movie is 85 minutes of dread.
Yeah.
And you get to the end, and it seems like a happy ending only because the rest of the movie is so. The rest of the movie is so intense.
Thick. Yeah.
And like in this movie, they lock the windows. It feels comedic. It feels almost like a Three Stooges routine.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that,
but compared to Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
well, yeah,
it feels like a Three Stooges routine.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, lock the windows. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's just the way they wrote this. Like, they picked off the creeper picked off all the adult characters. Like, why?
So now the kids have to.
Right. So it's just weird the way
I mean, they even could have had, like, you know, the coach or something who, if they kept the coach alive, they could have had him, you know, directing the kids, and it would make sense because he's the coach, obviously, for basketball. But say he comes to this and, like, they start sort of a mutiny where they don't want to follow his decisions, and, I mean, there's a lot of character development that could take place there, I guess.
Right.
But now it's just these jocks, like, ready to punch each other's lights out because they all want to be the leader.
Right. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is now where we're left at. We're left with a bunch of characters we're not invested in, we don't care about. We're only about 33 minutes into this film.
See, if I still had that that information up there, we could tell how far away we were. But you had to yell at me.
No, I know this movie's about an hour and 40 minutes long. So we're only about we have over an hour to go in this film yet, roughly.
Yeah.
And we're not invested in these characters.
Not these guys. The farmer's the only one we care about.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, you know, but if they had established these, then killed off the adult characters, then you have characters you care about.
Yeah.
But now Victor Salva, as the writer, is asking us to care about these characters for the next 30 minutes plus.
Yeah.
And that leaves a huge void in the middle of your movie because it's like, why do I care? kill them
But
off.
see, I'm
I don't
still
give a shit about them.
See, that's the perspective that I'm taking, and that happens a lot, I guess, for me when I'm watching horror movies. Even if it's an original and I'm not sure of the story or whatever, I'm usually rooting for the killer because unless the characters are so well written and so believable, then I just want them off my screen. You know, I want to see what creative ways the killer is going to come up with.
Creeper.
Creeper alert.
No,
And it's even worse that it's a bunch of kids and now it's the creeper.
And I get what you're saying. I think my problem always comes in with I hear podcasts where they talk about how
What the deuce?
I hear podcasts where they talk about this, and my thought always is
Oh,
if
he's
you
getting a
have
good
a
sniff.
movie, if you have a movie where I care about the villain more than the protagonists, that means you have not done a good job writing your film.
Unless it was meant to be that way.
No, but even still, I don't think you've done a good job writing your film. Because if I care about the villain more than the heroes, then why bother watching the film?
To see the cool ways that they can kill people.
No, but I look at it like if you look at it like the Batman movies or like you look at like a superhero movie. If I don't care about the superhero, I don't care. Then why would I care how you kill them? But like, I feel like I have to care about the antagonist. I have to care about the hero of your character.
Yeah, but maybe in some of the movies, what I'm saying is that the monster is meant to be the protagonist.
No, but I'm saying that's a badly written movie then.
How so? I think it's great. I think if you could make your audience care for a serial killer, like a crazy green-faced demon-looking guy with crappy CG wings, if you can do that and you meant to do it, I think that's awesome.
No, but I'm saying like if your mission is, so you're saying like if you got to the end of Jeepers Creepers 2 and nobody is alive except the creeper, that's a good movie to you.
Well, right now the farmer's the only one I even care about. Okay, they're making him like a jokey character here, and this is sort of dumb.
But
like he's just hanging there and slowly knocking down all of the
but see,
kids in the aisle.
Here's my thing. All the kids on the bus right now are looking at the creeper. And this black guy at the back of the bus is looking at the creeper. If I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I want the creeper to kill everybody. Fuck everybody on the bus. I want them to kill him. Who am I rooting for?
The creeper.
Granted, I'm rooting for the creeper, but why should I feel good that I'm rooting for the villain?
Because I hate all the other characters.
Right, but that's like saying I want Penguin to win. I don't care about Batman.
So you're equating these jocks to Batman?
No, what I'm saying is your argument to me, and the argument I hear from a lot of people in the horror movie community, is I only care about the character that's written best. So, like, say Penguin is written best in a Batman movie. Should I want Batman to die because he's not a well-developed character?
No, you don't want him to die. You want him to be bested. Or should I sit there and
say, write Batman better, so I want him to kill the villain? Or get rid of the villain, or dispatch the villain?
Okay, you know what? When you put it that way, I felt that in the second of the Dark Knight movies, the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, I could not stand Batman. And I love Joker to the point that I was like, yeah, I want Batman to lose in this.
Clearly Joker is the better written... Joker is the better of the villains in the new Batman movies, but that's only because...
Well, no, not just of the villains. I mean, between the Joker and Batman.
No, but I was going to say he's the better of the characters because of the way they treat Batman, especially Batman's voice in the new Batman movie.
Yeah. What is going on here? Oh, so this is the psychic girl?
Well, this is the girl that had the vision of Derry.
Yeah.
I think my problem with this movie is, in that first scene, the creeper runs off with the farmer's son. So you're rooting for the farmer. You're like, damn it, I want that farmer to get his son back. His son didn't do nothing. Then they cut to this scene with the bus, and you have all these unlikable characters. And you're like, I want the creeper to kill every single character on this bus. I don't care about these people. Get back to the farmer. Which leads me to either you need to put the farmer in the movie more, or you need to better develop the bus characters.
Oh, yeah.
So to me...
And not make it so jokey either.
So to me, it's better develop the bus characters. I don't want to root for the villain. Like, I don't watch Friday the 13th to root for Jason.
Oh, I do.
I want to root for the hero. I want to root for the people in the movie. But by the time they got to like Friday the 13th 7, I didn't care about the characters anymore because they didn't care about the characters.
Yeah, and like I said, that was because they had a new crew or a new, writer. Nice.
Oh, there's Derry without his eyes.
His eyes.
I wonder if they got Justin Long to come back to do these scenes, or if they were just like extras from the originals movie.
No, they probably got him to come back because it's all in flashback.
This would have been around the time he was filming Dodgeball, probably.
Well, I'm sure it didn't take it. It was probably one day of shooting or something. So far, all he's done is stand in fields.
I think
and point at things.
I think like my thing is like if you think like I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a good analogy for this. Like I don't know. I can't think of one right now.
For what? Good analogy for what?
As far as like how they write characters. I want to root for the good guys in these films.
Yeah, but these aren't the good guys. They're a bunch of dicks who pee together.
Well, right, but I'm saying like that's a problem to me because your balance is out of whack. A dead boy told me.
If I had a nickel for every time.
How can you like these characters?
Well, she's kind of cute.
This thing has been around for thousands of years and that nothing has been able to kill it. Well, yes, I was thinking that it was a dream. I don't know.
See, what's to like
What?
about these characters right now?
Jesus.
See, at this point, we've been with these characters about 12 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes, and I don't care about a single one of them yet.
Well, except for her.
She's cute, but I still don't care about her. I think this is Nikki Icox. That's that character.
Wow. The character or the girl playing her?
The girl playing her.
Okay.
I don't know anything she's been in besides this, but I think that is her name.
That is the most unfortunately fortunate name I've ever heard. Not as awesome as Vizio Couchman, obviously.
Vizio Couchman.
She like magically gleaned all this knowledge
From Derry.
from Derry. Oh, did he explain all of this?
Sort of.
Or did she just like wake up and know it?
She was like, I feel Darius's pain. He had his name written in his underwear. Get the dork on the phone. I don't know. I always think, just to go back to what I was saying, like I always feel like when people who review horror films, they always say like
They still have the lights on.
they always say like, oh, we're invested in the horror villain, and I'm like, that means you're not writing your characters properly.
Yeah, but that's not the audience's fault.
No, it's the writer's fault. I agree with that. something like the Creeper or Jason or Freddy should sort of be an overriding villain. And you should insert characters into that as you go through movie to movie to movie to movie.
Yeah, like you don't want to reach too far into the backstory of the villain and
Right.
their motives and motivations and all that. Really,
See, like Ray Wise here, who are watching again out in his truck with the son and the dog, looking for his son. You know, he wasn't in the first one, but they introduce him here in a way where you root for Ray Wise.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, his son was taken by
yeah,
this.
because he's a man on a mission. I mean, he's lost something that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like this was 7 minutes of the movie. It was Ray Wise at the beginning. But that 7 minutes, I root for Ray Wise.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him at this point. I'm saying I want that fucking guy to find his kid. And now, but see,
And they've wasted more time with these kids.
right, and then they go to these kids in the bus, and now the kids are connecting with the guy, with Ray Wise as the farmer on the CB.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting to see how this plays out here.
But see, now you're connecting the two stories, and that's fine. But we've wasted 30 minutes, probably almost, with these kids on this school bus. I don't care about any of them. Kill them. I don't give a shit about any single kid on that
now
bus.
you're seeing it my way.
I don't care. No, but I've seen about that. I've seen that way the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about any of them.
Yeah, but you're saying you want to care about them.
But what I'm saying is, if you're going to have them, make me care about them. If they're even going to be in the film, make me care about at least one of them. Not all of
Yeah,
them.
the girl. That's what I'm saying. They are trying to make you care about one of them.
But why? Because she has some psychic vision with Derry.
Well, she's the connection to the monster.
But that's flimsy at best. That's
Well.
you making that connection instead of the
Yeah, I
writer
guess.
making that connection for you.
Yeah.
You're pulling those ties together. If Victor Salva as the writer made that connection for you, that'd be one thing. But you're making that connection. That's where I have the problem.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that car came from.
Yeah, I don't know either. Hey, now we all clap for the nerd.
Yay, nerd. I see the creeper in the background in a bus
There he
window.
is.
I'll tell you what, there are some cool
Oh.
shots here because that was a pretty decent shot of him in the rear of the
Yeah.
bus window. I honestly don't think I noticed him the first time I saw this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have noticed him if you wouldn't have said anything.
I feel like I noticed him because I was looking for something else in the scene that time. Oh!
There we go.
Chick through the shoulder.
Javelin action.
I still say, I don't care about any of these characters at this point. Kill them off, I don't care. This is like... If we ever get to the Friday the 13th movies...
right through the head.
If we ever get to the Friday the 13th movies, I will have a bigger problem. Then people will really hear me rant about
Wait, how did
characters.
his eye get turned around?
People will really hear me care about characterization. And
Oh, jeez.
coming soon on a podcast to you. I really rant about Friday the 13th.
Oh, man, look at this.
This is pretty badass. I will give this credit.
And that goes back to actually using prosthesis.
Yeah, and it actually, But again, I kind of like that it
Oh,
looks.
he just ripped a
Ooh.
big old chunk of his head out.
Again, though, that's another thing where I like that it kind of looks like logistic. It looks real.
Looks like logistic.
It looks real. It looks logistical.
Logical?
Logistical.
Okay.
I like the word logistical.
I know where you're going. Okay.
I like the word logistical. That's smart. Get closer to it.
Yeah, right.
And that's a bad looking backdrop.
Yeah.
That creeper's like, fuck, man. I got half a face. Son of a bitch.
But he's still going after him.
Really, really bad backdrop.
Wow, that was a whoa. Ooh, that whole thing was
I don't know how that got past.
pretty terrible.
How did that get past the editing phase? Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
My
what I was
thoughts
thinking
exactly.
while we were watching it. Fuck. Awkward silence. As we all
Earthquake?
look.
Or
Dude, we should go out and piss beside each other.
yeah,
by the side
that'll
of the
make
bus.
everything better. I long for the days of mutual pissing.
Ah, the creeper just blew the bus windows
Damn.
out. Damn. Snap. Snap.
Oh, there we go with that again. There's a lot of dust in this.
All right, so we got the people ducking on the bus after they guy got pulled up.
And they're still inching towards.
He's like, "Hey, let's go towards the hole in the bus." That's a smart move. Fuck
Nice,
you.
nice.
Fuck you. There's a hole in the bus.
There are several of them.
This poor school bus has gotten torn to shit.
Yeah, that's the real victim in all this, I think, is the school bus. That's the one I really feel bad for.
And this dickhead deserves to die.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the creeper laying dead.
Oh, man. He
Presumably dead.
sacrificed himself
Presumably dead on top of the school bus.
to add the final death blow to that damn bus.
Watch your step. Good point. Good tip.
Thank you, bus.
I feel like we haven't talked a lot about this movie. We talked about other ancillary
We had,
things.
yeah. We did go on some tangents.
Now is our chance to run.
Really?
Yet
open
I
the door?
can't open the bus.
What about the back door? Or I don't know, all the goddamn windows that are busted out. Just crawl out through the front.
5 guys plus a geek.
Uh,
5 guys, including a geek, are trying to rip the door bus open.
He somehow magically destroyed the back door.
I like that the lever to open the back door will open, but the back door will not
Yeah.
open. But again, going back to what I was saying earlier, this scene would work if I cared about any of the characters on this bus. But I don't care about them, so I'm like, whatever, fuck them.
Oh, look at that. Okay. The truth is revealed.
Stupid. I say stupid. I'm calling bullshit on all this. How could it jam them in the bus? And how would you see something on the inside that would indicate to you they were trying to jam you in the bus?
That bolt apparently that was laying on the ground.
Right. So stupid. Again, epic fail by Victor Salva. Again,
Really? We're walking towards the giant wing?
I remember not liking this movie when I saw it in theaters. The second viewing, as I said, this is probably about 7 or 8 years since I've seen this full through. I remember not liking this. I believe I bought this movie on DVD, and this is Vizio Couchman talking. I believe I bought this on DVD because it was about $5 when Movie Gallery was closing.
Oh, yeah, okay. $5. I wouldn't even say this is worth $5.
Anymore, it's about $1.99.
Yeah.
But it was $5 at the time.
And you can usually get like those double packs, can you? That have 1 and 2 together
probably
in the same DVD.
I think I bought this and Eli Roth's Cabin Fever at the same time.
Oh boy, I like Cabin Fever.
Love Cabin Fever. I know Eli Roth takes a lot of shit from horror movie fans, but I like Eli Roth.
Yeah, so do I.
So Eli Roth, if you're out there in World Wide Web land listening to us, Vizio Couchman and Scarface McPickle, because those are our real names.
Yes.
We like
you. You can look those up on Facebook.
We like you, and we want you to make more movies.
Agreed.
Cabin Fever, Hostel, the fake trailer to Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We like them. Please make more. Please keep making horror movies. We like you. To move away from Eli Roth territory, guy was just snapped up in a wing, and he's taken up on the bus.
He now has pre-tensile wings.
Let's go back to Eli Roth. As good as that, how good is that horror, that fake trailer for Thanksgiving?
I know. I think, what the deuce? Pause. Oh, he's got no head.
Ripped his head off.
Boy, he's very angry that he has
Yep.
no head.
Honestly, I think one of my favorite lines in horror movies anywhere is in that fake trailer for Eli Roth's Thanksgiving, where he's like, white meat, dark meat, everything will be carved.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't remember too many of the those fake trailers, but I do remember Rob Zombie's Werewolf Women of the SS.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember Eli Roth, though. I remember seeing that in theaters and people just responding to that. Jordan Ladd from Thanksgiving doing the cheerleader split on the trampoline right under the knife.
Oh god.
I remember years later, my brother was watching that, and he flinched when she did the split on the trampoline.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it again. I don't really remember that much.
So again, Eli Roth, if you are for some reason listening to this podcast, and we don't know why, please continue making movies. We like you. Vizio, Couchman, and Scarface McPickle are real names. We like you.
Dude, he's replacing his head now.
So back here to the creeper, he ate a face, and now he's ripping off his old face, which had a part of it torn off
from the javelin.
from the javelin. Thank you for telling us
Yeah,
that. We didn't
thanks.
see that.
Now he's going to regurgitate the head that he just consumed up onto his own neck.
This all kind of falls into my category of horror sequels, though. Oh, it looks
he's
like the
even
face he
got
just
The
consumed.
dude's face.
Oh. Oh, it's making a change. Oh,
Boom,
it's
just
a
like
creeper
that.
face. Again, this falls into my sequel thing. Like, again, I don't care about the character you just ate. At this point, I kind of want the creeper to win.
Yeah, see, and the creeper's also getting a lot more face time. You're seeing it more. You're seeing more of the details of the creeper, and almost like a personality you're seeing from it.
Still, though, I don't want that. I want the characters to win. I don't watch horror movies to root for the villain. I still say that.
I don't
to this
watch
day.
most horror movies to root for the villain.
I want to root for the characters on the bus. Really, I do. But they're giving me no reason to root for them. And we are now probably about an hour into this film.
And whatever happened to the farmer? Didn't he say he was on the way or something?
We did see him once since the beginning.
Yeah, but they reached him on the CB, and
Yep.
he said he was going to look for him.
And really, this guy from Glory Days is leading the charge. Fuck you, dude. 2 classes of people. He didn't come after
So
me.
they're going to go for like a... God damn, that chick is cute.
She is very hot. Cute's not the word. She's hot. I believe that is Nikki I. Cox.
Nikki, I got.
See, here's the thing. They know too much about the character. He only has till morning. How do they know that? Nothing to that came up.
Because she told them that.
When?
She said that this is the 23rd day and that it's eventually going to have to go into the ground for another 23 years.
I feel like you're making that up.
No, I'm serious. She told them that after she woke up from her little dream psychic episode thing.
Hey, Scott. I don't understand what you're trying to do. I'm gonna stay alive. You're staying to stay alive. Would you just drop the notch on the food chain, man?
Slap him. Make out. Do something. Good God. Do something interesting.
Is this
Something to make
between
me care
living
about you.
or dying now? Hey, this boss, only thing that keeping that fuck away from us. How safe are you guys?
You're like
You're sitting inside of
you're like
it.
auto tuning him via the microphone.
I want to see hands.
This
I
man.
want to see hands. As shitty a
Shit.
deal as it is, I'd like you,
Me?
Bucky, and Trail off this bus, man. You get
I thought-
off the fucking bus.
I can't hear what he's saying. Something he said the word shit. That's all I heard.
You get off this fucking bus.
I don't want to get off of this fucking bus.
He fucking coming for you. Get off of this fucking bus.
No, why don't we kick your ass off the bus and give us the bus?
Shit, man, he could have licked his fucking face at you.
God, he needs to swoop in and kill at least 2 more of these.
Seriously, wipe out these fucking characters right now. Again, this is because I don't care about any of these characters.
Yeah.
Wipe them the fuck out. Every single person on this
and
bus.
get back to the farmer.
The only thing I know about these bus people right now is all the guys on the bus pee entirely too close to each other.
Yeah, shirtless
And they all
speak to
fucking
one another at
sunbathe
the same time.
shoulder to shoulder. Fuck you, man. You are sorry. Oh, that was a good line.
You were
I'm
so
sorry.
right about that.
You are so right about that.
That made perfect sense.
That was a burn. Burn. You gonna let them go alone? They gonna get picked out? Jesus Christ! Fuck you, man! They're gonna This
Just
I-
kick her ass out of the bus.
honestly, this is the first time I remember this chick in this movie since this scene. Before this,
she
scene.
was kind of in the background of the rest of the scenes, but,
But again,
I don't think she had any speaking.
Again, why do I
parts.
care about her until this scene? Why couldn't you have written her into something else in this movie before this scene?
Because there were 700 other people on the bus. So one dude staying on the bus.
Stupid. Oh, I saw wings.
Or what I assume was wings.
Wings.
Wait, what the hell? They came from the same direction.
Its wings have delays.
Oh, okay. Of course. Oh, thing.
Look at that! It's in the distance. That is bad.
Oh god, it looks so
terrible looking. Even them running looks CGI right there.
Oh, too late now, bitches. You got off the bus.
I'd be like, fuck you, boys. Seriously, go to hell. Get away from the goddamn bus. Fuck you, geek. Get off the bus.
He's getting taken.
Fuck you, man. Open the bus. Horrible CGI right there.
Oh god.
It's like they doubled down on the CGI in this movie.
Yeah.
Even that scene looks fake. I know it's not CGI, but it looks fake.
What, were they running away from the bus?
Yes. Looks fake. Hey, Infernal Halos is online.
Oh, here we go with the shurikens again. Yes.
Oh, he ripped somebody right in the back of the spine.
Or the back of the head. Bring to them more death.
Seriously, duck.
What is... Wow, what? There's like a computerized blur going on here. Oh my god. I like how the chick is running faster than all the jocks.
Again, this scene would work so much better if I cared about these characters.
Oh, I gotta take a shit, guys.
Look, guys, got hit in the back with a shuriken.
Oh my god.
Right in the arm. He fucked my arm. I can't run.
Guys, I'm arm fucked to this tree.
Again, though, if I cared about the characters,
knife out.
it would be one thing. Yeah, you can't rip it out of the arm.
No, but the chick is totally gonna do it.
Every minute Ray Wise is not in this film, I think to myself, where is Ray Wise?
I'm sure yelling is not gonna help.
Get it out of my
Where
arm,
did he
you
go?
motherfuckers!
Where did the creeper go at this point?
There's the creeper flying CGI!
Maybe, you know what? I'm thinking about this. Maybe the reason he put all these unlikable characters in this movie is because a complaint from the first movie was maybe that there weren't enough characters.
That doesn't
You know?
mean you need to make all unlikable characters. Make
No, but
likable
maybe that was
characters.
his way of sort of saying, hey, screw you, stop telling me how to make my movies.
And they're the guy
Was that
from-
all of the characters that he put in are intrinsically unlikable and therefore must get killed.
And they're the guy from Glory Days went flying into the sky, caught by the creeper. The minute they ripped the, what was the name of the item?
I don't know, some knife. I didn't think it had a special name.
What would you call it earlier?
What?
What'd you call it earlier? The shuriken?
No, that wasn't a shuriken. That was a knife.
Whatever. There's Ray Wise again. Finally, we're back to the farmer
Okay.
and his son with the dog. So finally, we're back to characters we care about. And Ray Wise is back in our picture.
So we finally have the first interaction, well, the first face-to-face interaction between Ray Wise and the kids.
There's no one on the bus. You can't kill it.
And she tells us we can't kill it. Ray Wise is like, I fucking refuse to believe
Yeah.
that. He's like, look, I tried to kill RoboCop, bitch.
He put in a valiant effort to kill RoboCop.
I had RoboCop on the rope, bitch.
23 years from now.
Nope.
23 years.
Nope.
Unless you kill it now.
He's got a harpoon gun, I think.
You think there was a shovel handle sticking off of it, so hopefully it's a homemade something awesome.
I should say I hope, but I have seen the movie, so
Oh,
I
so
know,
you know it's a
I know exactly what it is he has there. But there is nobody on the school bus, as she said. Except
I
for
was gonna say there was somebody on there. I thought,
the geek who wouldn't open the door.
no, that's a chick.
And the chick. And the geek. There he is. He's like, fuck you, I won't open the door, bitches.
You guys come to this bus often? Or?
Dorks. Why wouldn't you get off the bus when everybody else did? I was gonna be all alone. He wouldn't come after me. He thought I was the
Dude,
only
he
one
is
going.
totally channeling the lead character of Revenge of the Nerds here.
Robert Carradine,
That's the one.
the guy who went on to be in Lizzie McGuire, who got to look at Hillary Duff every day. Little known fact: I used to have Hillary Duff's poster hanging on my college dorm room wall
Wow.
when I lived in the hotel.
Was that as a joke, or you actually were into
I thought she was
Hillary Duff?
hot.
Dude, she was like 12 at that point, wasn't she?
She was older than that.
13.
She's 21 now. I graduated high school. I graduated college about 6 years ago.
Wow.
So about 15.
Which, yeah, okay.
Still hot. Had the Olsen twins too.
Oh, dude. Dude, they're gross.
You don't know how old I am. Don't break kayfabe. I could have been 18.
Don't break what?
Kayfabe.
What the hell is that?
If you watch wrestling, kayfabe is the character you are in.
Oh.
You don't break character.
Okay.
I could have been 17.
You could have been, but you weren't.
I could have been Doogie Howser. Still, though, Hillary Duff was hot.
Yeah, true.
When I used to go to the gym after I graduated college, I used to watch her show, Lizzie McGuire, on TV all the time at the gym on Saturday mornings.
Wow. I'm glad you can admit that openly,
She was hot. What do you want me to
Mr.
tell you?
Vizio Couchman.
What do you want me to tell you? She was good looking. There's Ray Wise staring down the creeper with
Looking
his
as though-
harpoon gun.
The post hole puncher.
He used a post
There's
hole
the
puncher
knife.
and
That's the
created
knife.
a harpoon gun out of it.
So he has to die by his own weapons? I'm guessing is the theory here.
Man,
The
I
fact
think
that
he's
he's
going to
gonna
die
use
by
that
a
knife?
weapon. Bada bing!
Damn.
That was cool.
Direct hit. Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
But again, it's cool, but it's also cool because they developed his character.
Yeah.
And the creeper's drawing the truck closer.
Whoa. Getting some air on that truck.
Get closer. Get closer. Get closer.
So
Look
this
at
one, I'm assuming all the other kids have gotten away. The ones that were running.
The ones that were running are just kind of forgotten about.
Okay.
Get the kids on the bus.
Good.
And chick who can see what's happening.
The psychic chick.
And then,
Miss Icox.
yeah, Miss. I think it's Nikki Icox. And then Ray Wise and his kid. Get away from the bus!
Now the door open.
Yeah, it was the emergency door that's busted open. Get away from the
I like how he's strapped in too.
Jeepers creepers.
Whoa.
That's some bad CGI.
Yeah.
Jeepers.
It's kind of reminiscent of Ghostbusters for some reason.
But Ghostbusters was awesome.
Well, yeah, but I mean that shot right there, like with the little trail going up to the monster.
I actually saw Ghostbusters not a few months ago in October when they were showing it in theaters again.
Yeah.
Really a cool
Whoa.
movie.
It is.
Yes. It was funny being in a theater seeing Ghostbusters and seeing like the 30, 40-year-olds that brought their kids to see Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And the 40-year-olds that were like sitting in their seats like singing the songs while their kids are like looking at them like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. But see, hopefully, those kids will grow up to be that age and they'll
Right.
also appreciate it now that it's sort of been.
But a thing like Ghostbusters again
Represented
falls
to
to
them.
falls to my claim that you develop the characters.
Oh, yeah.
Ghostbusters is more about Bill Murray and Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd's
Oh, yeah.
characters than the ghosts themselves. Not to not to say Slimer's not a great character because for years we as kids bought Ecto Cooler,
Oh, yeah.
which was great, but we got into Ghostbusters because of Bill Murray
Yeah.
making
Because of the
asinine
Ghostbusters.
comments throughout the entire movie. Because of Bill Murray saying stuff like, "That was your plan? Get it?" So this is pretty cool. Ray Wise has developed a harpoon gun using the post hole digger.
Which was introduced in the first scene.
Yep. Again, continuity. It's good. I could do without the close-up scenes of the creeper there flying, and Nikki Icox behind the tree.
Hiding behind a tree. But they want to build suspense. So.
Right. Get down,
Oh,
kids!
man.
Creeper's behind you, bitches!
Whoa.
Oh, I
that
ripped
was
it
pretty
out
cool.
of the fucking air.
Nice. That was a neat little shot there with the smoke coming up in his face.
Yep. Yep.
So he's kind of establishing himself as a badass here.
Exactly, but this leads further to my point. We cared about the farmer at the beginning. We care about him now. The problem was that middle section where I don't care about any of the characters on the
Yeah.
bus. This
Because it
lends
had nothing to do with the farmer.
credence to my my thing, though. This is reinforcing my point of view, though. You know that, right? And de-emphasizing your point of view.
Hey, I can admit when I'm wrong. I can also admit that
Admit you're wrong.
you're a dick.
Admit you're wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and you're a dick coincide with each other. Maybe they are
Maybe we're-
collaborative.
Maybe we're both dicks.
But look, there's the harpoon. It hooks.
In
The
through
creeper
the bus.
is the creeper is pulling the truck to the bus. This all works though because I'm rooting for the farmer. I'm
Yeah.
rooting for Ray Wise. in
Yeah,
this
see, I
scene.
still couldn't care less about the 3 kids that are stuck on the bus.
But I'm rooting for Ray
So,
Wise.
I mean, the bus just flipped over, and I'm really not concerned about the kids that are still in
But
it.
I'm rooting for Ray Wise.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for his character. I'm like, come on, I want Ray Wise to survive. Despite the CGI scenes that they're shooting here, I'm rooting for Ray Wise still.
At least for the CGI stuff, they don't linger on it too much.
And the kid's saying, Dad, get out of there. And the dad's like, no, I got this.
Yeah.
Because he's protecting his kid. You took my youngest son. Go to hell. I'm taking him back.
Whoa.
Oh, and the kids and the dad got away just in time. Nikki Icox is behind a tree still. See?
Yeah.
I think that's her name. I think that's her real name. There's another character in this, Majari Delfino, but I don't think that's her. I think she's
Majority Delfino?
Yeah, I think she's a brunette. She's been in some things that you would recognize her from. Possibly.
Oh, now we're back to the kids in the bus that I don't care about.
Right. And again, but see, you're proving my point. This goes back to the whole. You got to develop the characters. You got to develop the people that aren't the villain. I have to, like, that guy right there, the black guy and the white guy, the white girl. I don't care about them. I don't know them. I don't care about
Yeah.
them. Kill them. I don't give a fuck about them. No, you didn't. Go to hell. You
The only
died.
way out is to die. But it does.
At this point, wouldn't you just hole up in a hole in the field and hope you could survive the night?
Yeah, I mean, they all, at this point, they know, or well, I don't want to say no, but they all think that they just have to sort of wait out the night. And assuming that they only have to wait until midnight, it's been dark for hours, so, I mean, it's got to be close to midnight.
Screw you, bitches! Duck in a hole and survive the night.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Nope, it's a real bug.
I think I know how to hotwire a truck.
I would not trust anybody that says that.
No, not at all.
Never. Ever, 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 ever in my life.
Even in a horror movie live or die scenario.
I think I know how to hotwire a bug. Holy shit,
Oh,
the
good.
keys are in it! I don't even have to fucking
How
hotwire
did
it!
he was looking
The
in the
keys are
back.
in the goddamn truck!
He was looking in the back of the truck and determined that the keys were there.
Look, if you
Oh,
look...
the handle came
Oh,
off.
the fucking handle
You are
broke!
screwed, buddy.
If you look real carefully, the keys are in it. There's no windows, but I got
Oh,
keys.
apparently we got no reverse gear. There we go.
I can see keys in it, but I can't see the tree 3 inches in front of the truck. I can see the keys from 12 paces, but I can't see the tree at
Through a
3 inches.
through a closed door and the rest of the truck.
Oh, the creeper's flying! Look at this son of a bitch! Fly! Fly, fat ass, fly! Fucking fly, bitch! Drive faster! Drive, motherfucker!
Oh, here we go.
I
He's got a gun.
A flare gun! Fucking drive! I'll shoot this bitch right in the fucking head!
Surprised he's not holding it sideways.
I got it right in the
Oh,
fucking
he
head.
got him.
Right in the fucking head. It blasted away. Do something.
Do something. Like
Fucking
what?
drive.
He's already driving.
Fucking drive. I'll shoot it again. I'll shoot it right in the fucking head. No, don't drive off the fucking road. That's a bad decision.
Yeah, you're gonna drive slower. What the hell?
That is a bad fucking decision.
Shit. Oh my god.
Fucking
gonna
put it in
kick-
reverse.
Kick her out
Put
of the
it in
truck.
reverse. Throw that
truck-
bitch out the
The truck
door.
needs to be lighter so we can go faster.
I like that the plan is let's throw the chick out
Yeah,
the
right.
door.
Oh, that didn't work out so well.
That sucked. Let's film the truck flipping from 4 different angles.
Yep.
And then we'll blow the horn.
A lot of smoke.
Blow
going
the
out.
horn.
So the dude that was in the back is presumably dead at this point.
Gotta be dead. If he's not dead, this movie's fucked.
But they didn't show him flying from the truck.
He's trapped under the car.
No, that was the guy that was in it.
Where would he have gone, though? The guy that was in the back.
Right there.
Come on.
Right there.
Horseshit.
What?
He was
He got
thrown,
ejected from the truck at like 60 miles an
He
hour.
was thrown 3 feet from the car.
Yeah. Sideways, mind you. Not in front of the car.
Where's my monocle? I feel surprised at this. Nope.
Oh, denied.
He's screwed. I see a wing.
Just the wing.
If there's anything I know, if there's one wing survives, the thing survives.
Yeah, obviously.
Especially because I said earlier there's a Jeepers Creepers 3 apparently on the way.
Yeah. So I can't imagine that would be much fun if the creature died. Oh, there he is. There's the creature. Wingless.
He's looking. He's like, holy shit. These fuckers. Idiots. Think
With
they
his-
were taking
with
me
his
out.
mullet.
He doesn't have it here, surprisingly, though.
Yeah, he does right there.
Not really.
I mean, it's not as prominent necessarily.
No
but
mullet to speak of.
always got somebody scent.
He's like, I smell bitch.
I smell bitch. I like that.
I smell black guy.
What do you think rolling over is gonna do?
That makes me think.
Still smells you.
That makes me think the creeper is racist. Look at the nostrils flaring.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I smell.
all three of them.
Smell black guy. Smell like.
Dark meat.
Smell like chicken. Smell watermelon rind.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
dude.
bad.
Come on.
Why are you doing that?
What do you mean? Why am I doing that?
Scar dash face. Why are you doing it?
Mr. Vizio Couchman over there
I don't know what you're talking about.
giving his commentary. Man, he's been completely cut up.
He is screwed up.
That's a lot of limbs he's got to eat.
Whew. Burned up truck. As we hit the 1 minute, about 22 minute mark. 1 hour, 22 minute mark. DJ Sharp, 82 checks on. Xbox Live. Cornfield's on fire! Wow! Look at the creeper!
In the hell
The
was
creeper
that?
jumped.
Wow.
The creeper's like, I got one leg, I'm a jumping. Look at
Wow,
that.
some
He's
cricket
like,
action.
that is creeping.
That is definitely creeping.
He's a creepin'. Country music star Eric Church has a song called Creepin'. I could sing it. He's a creepin'. Creepin'. He's just a creepin'. Here he comes a creepin'. Creepin'.
Duh.
Creepin'. Oh, he's got him pinned. He's gonna butt fuck him. Oh, he's gonna kiss him. Kiss
Make
him.
out.
Kiss
Make out
him.
with him.
Kiss him.
Do what I dare you.
Kiss him. Kiss him. Kiss him.
Kiss him.
Kiss
Kiss him. Kiss him. Kiss him. How could you not kiss that face?
Look at that. Kiss him.
I guess they completely did away with the effects on the eyes.
I don't think he's gonna kiss him.
Oh, he's going to. Whether he likes it or not.
I don't think the guy's feeling it.
Oh.
Nope. Oh, harpoon right to the
Oh,
face.
no way.
Harpoon right to the face. He faced him. Faced.
Damn. That's one hell of a facial.
Ray Wise's character showed up, harpoon right to the face. Actually, a really cool shot.
And he's going to second up. He's going to make
You
sure.
did not see that coming.
No, you did not.
It's a good shot. Oh, a harpoon right to the
heart.
chest.
Yeah, I'd probably want to do that 17 or 18 more times.
Yeah, I think you gotta drive it into him a few more times.
Yeah, and then light him on fire. Oh, he says, you know what?
Oh,
Not
the
such a big
creeper's
deal
like,
to
I
me.
got you, right, man? Oh, he's just chopping. Ray Wise goes nuts. This is more RoboCop Ray Wise.
Yeah.
I think his name was like Lucas Nash in the RoboCop movies.
Oh, shit.
Does that sound right?
Again, I didn't do my homework.
Way to go. Been a while since I've seen RoboCop, gotta be honest. He's just chopping away with
Taking out that rage.
the
Oh, now the
with
wound starts
harpoon.
bleeding.
This is the you killed my son.
Yeah.
Uh, uh.
And he decides to go with the silent rage, not like yelling. A little death rattle. And the monster is presumably dead. But he's not.
Oh, his eyes are open. The creeper's like, I'm still alive.
Oh, he's shrinking down now.
Oh, he's creeping. He's creeping the wrong way. Creeping backwards. Creeping backwards. Creeping backwards.
So it's like a flower that just kind of folds up.
And the creeper is stuck. Flat out stuck. He's got a harpoon to the head. Oh, and Nicky
But
Icock
is
says he's
it
not dead. Time ran out.
So couldn't they just throw it in that big ass fire over there?
Ooh. Ray Wise is like, fuck you. I got him.
Oh, uh-oh. Looks like the...
Ray Wise
I
says.
was going to say, it looks like the sun's starting to come up a little bit, but no.
Ray Wise says, I got him.
Ray Wise taking a moment.
And we dissolve, and it's the
Here we
next
go.
day.
What we're assuming is the next day, but it's daytime, so apparently the threat is over, or so you would be led to believe.
See a truck coming down the road. It makes a right turn. It's cruising at a pretty good speed.
That was a left turn.
It was a right turn.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for keeping up. Do you want you to go back to the bathroom?
Hey, I was never good at math. Shut up.
Why don't you go back to the bathroom and throw up? Group of kids get out.
More
Still wearing
Chalcis.
no shirts. Still kind of gay.
Unfortunately, she's wearing a shirt, though. Wait.
Can we see it?
Oh, uh-oh.
A look, $5, a photo.
Bat out of hell, it says. She has a mustache.
I still fuck her.
Right in her mustache.
I'd throw it to her. Cute girl.
She can nuzzle her mustache in my beard.
The guy says his dad killed it. Oh, he's a dick. He's like, I want $5 from everybody.
Well, yeah.
Everybody's paying me $5.
Sign says no group rates on this one.
He says, I'm yours.
This is the bat out of hell right here.
Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. Oh, I got that one.
I got you. They go into the barn. Cobwebs everywhere.
Apparently they bought a bulk of cobwebs for these movies.
Oh. And the creeper
It
is
is.
nailed. Bat out of
Bat
hell. Wow, that's like the Meatloaf song. Like a bite of hell, I've been gone since I remember.
That's worth $5.
That's off Meatloaf Bad Out of Hell, album 1 by Jim Steinman.
Why are these dudes not wearing shirts?
That is weird that nobody's wearing shirts in these films. Oh, and that little comment. There's somebody sitting in the shadows.
Okay. With a big old harpoon gun trained on him.
What's the story? Oh. Ooh. When we see Ray Wise in old man makeup,
Oh yeah. It's pretty
stabbed
good.
him with a homemade harpoon. And there we see
Still- still trained on the
the
creeper.
Post Puncher 500 still trained on the creeper
Yes, the creeper.
23 years ago.
Oh, it's coming up on that time.
Meaning what we just saw happened about 23 years ago. Oh.
Oh man. Then he gets his revenge.
And the guy that showed up in the truck says, "What are you waiting on?" And Ray Wise says, "About 3 more days, give or take a day or two." And the film ends as we pan up and we get closer and closer to the creeper. As he hangs on the wall, the crows start coming in.
Scared.
And we're closing in closer, closer, closer on the face of the creeper. Closer and closer and closer and closer. And that's the end.
And nothing.
Damn. Written and directed by
All
Victor
right.
Salva. So again, Scar-Face, I ask you, scale of 1 to 10.
Once again, executive produced by Francis Ford Coppola.
Yep, again, Francis Ford Coppola had a hand in this.
I'm gonna
Scale
give
of 1 to
this
10 again, Scar-Face. What do we think?
I'm gonna give this guy man. See, I hesitate to go this low, but I'm gonna say like 4.5 because what they established in the first one, which was for the most part a serious movie. I mean, there was a little bit of comedic value there, but for the most part, the way they treated the character was, pretty much that of a horror character, not like, wow, that was a hell of a name. Nikki Acox, there we go. That's her name.
Told you she was in this.
But yeah, they treated it seriously, but in this one there was sort of a jokey aspect to the creeper, and that was kind of obnoxious. And then there was the juxtaposition of the character, the farmer character, which you really cared about, and lost something to the creeper and had a reason to be going after it. And then you had a bus full of people that no one really cared about, and you were kind of hoping they would die. So you're on that kind of roller coaster of like, you want the creeper to kill these people, but not the farmer, which is weird. I don't really like that.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, we're saying
4.5.
okay. I think I'd go a little bit higher. Much like the last one, I'll go a 5. I'll go a half point higher. And I have a lot of the same criticisms you do, actually. I think I don't care about a lot of the middle section of this movie. I like the first scene, as we talked about during the movie. I like the first scene. I like the farmer character. I like Ray Wise. And a lot of it has to do with the character of, I like Ray Wise as an actor.
Yeah. And he was pretty good in this.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I like his character. At the beginning, he's chasing his son through the cornfields. And I'm invested in his story. We get to the school bus then for the next half hour, 45 minutes, where I don't care about any of those characters. And it feels like it drags in that point because I don't care about them.
And overall, even throughout the entire movie, you spend more time with the kids that you hate
Right.
than you do with the farmer.
Right, and by the time Ray Wise shows up, we're at about the hour mark, and I don't care about anything that happens between the time Ray Wise disappears and the time he pops up again. And I care about Ray Wise because, you know, his character has a reason to be mad at the Creeper. You know, the Creeper took his kid, his youngest son, his youngest son, and Ray Wise shows up again at the end and says, I'm going to take you out, Creeper. Takes him out, and at the end you have that whole scene where he's like, you know, I'm waiting for him, and they say, 23 years, and he's like, yeah, it's about 3 days, give or take.
Oh, yeah, so it's going to wake up again soon.
Yeah.
But he
has the post puncher 500
trained
on
yeah.
him. And he's like, I'm going to take him out. I'm going to take this son of a bitch out again if I have to. I like that. That aspect I like. I don't care about any of the bus characters. I don't care about them pissing in the woods next to each other. I don't care about...
And none of them were even relevant, ultimately. I mean, you see, in the end, it's the same character from the beginning that ended up taking out the Creeper.
Right.
No
Exactly.
help from anyone on the bus. You know, the bus just got in the way, really. And then now, on the end, you know, here where it's 23 years later, so none of the characters from the bus are there. No... I mean,
Right.
none of them are relevant.
And none of them matter
throughout
to the
entire
climax
movie.
of the movie.
No.
Like, I don't mind... Like, I like the Creeper character. But by the time I've seen the end of the first one, I like the Creeper character. The Creeper matters. And by the time I see him at the beginning of the second one with Ray Wise, I like Ray Wise. Ray Wise's character as the farmer is a clear antagonist, and the Creeper is a clear... Ray Wise is a clear protagonist.
Yeah.
The Creeper is a clear antagonist. But I get to the bus, I don't care about them. They're not protagonists. I don't care about any of them. So I have that whole half hour to an hour in the middle of the movie where I don't care about any of the protagonists in that movie. And I care about the Creeper. And I think that's a poorly written movie where I only care about the horror, the villain.
Yeah, where you're switching back and forth,
Right.
depending on who else is on the screen.
Right, and like I said while we were talking about the movie, if I care about the villain more than I care about the protagonist, that's a poorly written movie. I should care about the people that are the heroes, quote unquote, of the movie.
Or at least the people that you're spending the most
Right.
amount of time with in the movie.
Right,
And
and I
I
don't
wouldn't necessarily call them heroes because, again, at the end, they have no sway as to what happens.
Right, and I don't care about them. I care about the Creeper in this movie.
Is there a hidden
I don't think there's a
scene
hidden
on this
scene
one?
at the end
Oh,
of this.
no, okay.
Maybe we'll check, but I don't think. Myriad is American Zoetropa, a United
American
Artists.
Zoetrope. Nope, nothing hidden.
Nope. Right, but again, I don't care about the characters on the bus. I don't care about anything. I care about Ray Wise and his oldest son trying to avenge their youngest son. I don't care about the coach. I don't care about the bus driver. I don't care about the supervisors. I don't care about the oldest member of the bus. I care about the Creeper and the farmer. By the time the 20-minute mark rolls around, I care about the Creeper and the farmer. Okay, so like I was saying, like this middle whole section of Jeepers Creepers 2, I don't care about any of the characters in the middle of it.
Except for the Creeper.
Exactly, but I care about Ray Wise and his son at the beginning. I care about the Creeper in the middle, and then Ray Wise at the end. But I don't care about... I should care about the creatures in the middle. I should care about the people on the
Creatures?
bus.
You should, yeah, but it's not written that way.
But right, but I don't, and that's a problem with the movie Matrix. So we said, you said on a scale of 1 to 10,
4.5.
4.5. I'd say about a 5 for me. I think it's.
And
right
the
in
only
middle.
reason it was a 4.5 was because Ray Wise was in it. Otherwise, it would have been 3.5, maybe a 4.
I would agree with that. I would say Ray Wise brings it up to about a 4.5 for me and a 5. Because I like the Creeper. I do like the Creeper character. I think
But
the
see, I
Creeper
like him-
character
I like him
is
better in the first one because this is more, like I said, a jokier, portrayal. Like when they had all the kids lined up in the bus, and he was hanging down from the back, looking at all the kids, and he was like giving them all the eye and whatever, just doing like jokey, goofy shit. I didn't really like that, and I think they showed too much of the creeper in this one too.
Too much too early.
Yeah,
So basically, you're proving what I said earlier about
dude, you will not let that shit
characters.
go.
No, but I'm saying, like, but you agree with me
Yeah,
as far as characters.
yeah,
but-
you should. If you're gonna put that many characters in the movie, you should. And I mean, and they're gonna get that much screen time. You should make your audience. Well, I don't want to say make your audience care about, but give your audience the chance to care about those characters.
right,
And if they're poorly written, and like in that where they're all just a bunch of jocks, and I mean, you got to know who your audience is, and obviously it's not going to be the people that were on that bus. Those
Right.
are not your audience. That you can't. So you don't have that built-in connection
right
with your audience and those characters.
And I don't think that's just like you said. You're just not going to let that go. I don't think that's what it is. I think that's saying, I know you, Scarface, McPickle, much like me, Vizio, Couchman, like horror movies. We like the villain, but I think you and I are different in other horror movie fans in that we want to root for the characters.
I
want to
don't.
root. We want to root for. We like the villains. We like the Freddys and the Jasons and that.
But you want to have hope that someone's going to survive
But
it,
we
that
wanna-
someone's going to experience a change.
Right.
in
You don't want the
movie.
Freddys and the Jasons to have a walk through the characters. We want them to have some kind of fight. Some
Yeah.
kind of battle between good and evil. Because that's what makes a horror movie. Just having Jason win doesn't make a horror movie. That just
Yeah.
makes a stupid movie that's a waste of my time. And I think I feel like you feel the same way. We want to see some battle between good and evil. But I think that makes us different than
Because
other,
that makes for a better story, at least.
right. But I think that makes us different from other horror movie fans where they're rooting for the killer throughout.
Well, you don't want to say all other horror movie fans. I mean, I'm
A
sure
lot of
it's-
horror movie fans.
But well, who knows? It might be split 50-50. But we're not just horror movie fans either. We're fans of movies in general, and
Right.
the idea of telling a good story. And really, you can't have a good story with, like you said, just marching through the characters, just walking through. Then at that point, you really are only watching it to see how creatively they can kill the characters.
Right, I agree. I think there's a difference between because we know a little bit about movie making, and we love horror movies. There's a dichotomy between those two aspects of horror of movies. We like character development. We also like the villain, but you want to see that balance between character development and the villain. And sometimes in movies you don't see that. And
A lot of times.
I think in Jeepers Creepers 1, there's a good dichotomy between those two. In Jeepers Creepers 2, that dichotomy's off because you really like the villain, but you don't get a lot of character build-up in that first aspect. You don't get a lot of character build-up. You
No.
really don't. I think that's where a lot of the movie falls apart for us.
I think it fell apart all over the place.
I think so too,
That
but
was
I mean,
one major way that it failed.
I think so, but I think that I agree. I think that's a major point of contention in the film. That's where it really falls apart.
Yeah.
Is that there's not a lot of character build-up. I think that will bring an end to our first
experiment.
experiment with this podcast. So again, I am Vizio Couchman, along with
Scarface McPickle.
Scarface McPickle, and we hopefully will see you again on as we move through some other horror movie franchises. There's a lot of ones we've talked about. The Final Destination movies. We've talked
Yeah.
about
28 days and 28 weeks
The
later. But
28
that would be kind
days
of a
and
tough one.
20
We'd have to
weeks.
work out some things there.
28 weeks later. We've talked about the Friday the 13th movie franchise. We talked about the Return of the Living Dead franchise,
Yeah.
which is a good one that we might be able to blow through at some point. So in-
House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects.
Yes, House Without a Corpse is Devil Rejects.
Because I'm sure we could go on at length about that one.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there's
Without
plenty,
even watching the movies. I'm sure
There's-
we could go on.
There's a good podcast there, and in fact, because House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects, I think they're two different movies. We could have
Oh
a
yeah,
really
absolutely. They're two different attacks on the horror genre.
yeah, we can have a really good discussion about that. So, until hopefully we meet again, for Scarface McPickle, I am Vizio Couchman, and we hope to see you again in the future. And we hope you enjoyed our time here with the Jeepers Creepers franchise. Thank
ya.
you, and have a good night, everybody.